Do you remember learning the alphabet? Chances are probably not. You probably learned the alphabet when you were very young, but once you learned it, chances are you have never forgotten it. The ABC model of anger management works the same way. It's a simple, easy to remember, 3-step model that will help you control your anger, master your emotions, and create calmer, happier, and more respectful relationships. In this episode of the Anger Secrets podcast, you will learn what the ABC model is, how it works, and why it is so effective in helping you control your anger. Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Anger Secrets podcast. I'm Alistair Hughes, and over the last 30 years, I've taught over 10,000 men and women how to control their anger, master their emotions, and create calmer, happier, and more respectful relationships. In this podcast, I share the same proven tools and techniques I've used to help my clients control their anger and transform their lives. For a free training on how to control your anger, head to angersecrets.com/training. In this training, I'll teach you some of the most powerful tips, tools, and techniques I use to help my clients eliminate anger from their life. That's angersecrets.com/training. Now let's jump into episode 11, the ABC model of anger management. So, what is the ABC model of anger management? The ABC model of anger management is a model that I have developed after working for 30 years teaching over 10,000 men and women how to control their anger. The ABC model summarizes the 3 most important steps to controlling your anger. These steps are: Step 1, awareness. Step 2, beliefs. Step 3, communication. Let's take a deeper look at each step. Step 1, awareness. You cannot control your anger if you are not aware that you are getting angry. This statement is very simple but profound, so let me repeat it briefly. You cannot control your anger if you are not aware that you are getting angry. For example, imagine that you are arguing with your partner and you are starting to feel angry. Perhaps your heart is racing, your voice is getting louder, and you are feeling more and more frustrated. These are some of what I call the early warning signs of anger. If you are not aware of these early warning signs of anger, there's nothing you can do to change your behavior. However, if you are aware that you are getting angry, there are many things you can do to change your behavior. That is why the first step of the ABC model is awareness. You must become aware when you are feeling angry in order to control your anger. When I teach people how to control their anger, I teach many tools and techniques to help them become more aware when they are feeling angry. If you want to know more about these tools and techniques, head to angersecrets.com/training and sign up for my free training. Step 2, beliefs. The second step of the ABC model is beliefs. One of the most important ideas around anger management is that you create your anger. It is not something that other people cause or something that just happens to you. For example, imagine that you are driving your car and someone cuts you off. In this situation, most people will have thoughts such as, "That person is an idiot," or "How dare they do this?" These thoughts are what creates your anger. And if you have an issue with something like road rage, you are likely to respond aggressively, such as yelling, honking your horn, or even chasing the car. Now imagine the same situation happening to you. However, instead of thinking, "That person is an idiot," or "How dare they do this?" you think, "I'm sure they didn't mean to do that," or "Everyone makes mistakes." In this situation, you would probably not get angry. Due to this, your actions would change. For example, instead of yelling or honking your horn, you would likely shrug your shoulders and let the other driver in. So, what is the difference between these two situations? The difference is not what happened to you, but your thoughts about the situation. So, how does this relate to beliefs? Well, beliefs are where your thoughts come from. You have beliefs about everything in life, such as what is right or wrong, what is fair or unfair, how you should act, how other people should act, and so forth. It is these beliefs that lead to your thoughts in any given situation. And to change your thoughts, you need to change your beliefs. I run a comprehensive online anger management program called the Complete Anger Management System. This program teaches you everything you need to know about how to control your anger, master your emotions, and create calmer, happier, and more respectful relationships, including much more detail on changing your beliefs. If you want to learn more about this program, visit my website, angersecrets.com. Step 3, communication. The final step of the ABC model is communication. Communicating well is essential for managing anger and resolving conflict, but it can be challenging to do. In episode 10 of this podcast, I shared 3 secrets to better communication. If you haven't yet listened to this episode, please do so now. To remind you, however, these 3 secrets were: Secret 1, be an active listener. Secret 2, speak clearly and non-aggressively. And Secret 3, practice negotiation skills. Of these secrets, perhaps the most important is to be an active listener. Listening well is one of the most neglected skills in any relationship, yet it is essential for creating calmer, happier, and more loving relationships. If you are having a difficult conversation with your partner, for instance, instead of focusing on what you want to say, focus on actively listening to your partner. This will help you to understand their perspective better and help your partner feel truly heard and listened to. In turn, your partner will be far more ready to truly hear and listen to you. You will be amazed at the difference this will make in your relationship. Okay, there you have it, the ABC model of anger management: awareness, beliefs, and communication. Becoming aware of your anger, changing your thoughts and beliefs, and learning to communicate more effectively are key skills for preventing, managing, and resolving anger. Thanks for listening to today's episode, and be sure to tune in next week to learn 5 signs you have an anger issue. If you found this episode helpful, please follow this podcast or head over to your favorite podcast app and leave a rating and review. This will help other people struggling with anger find and benefit from this show. Remember, for a free training on how to control your anger, visit angersecrets.com/training. And finally, remember, you can't control other people, but you can control yourself. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.
The Anger Secrets podcast is for general informational purposes only, and does not constitute the practice of counseling, psychotherapy, or any other professional health service. No therapeutic relationship is implied or created by this podcast. If you have mental health concerns of any type, please seek out the help of a local mental health professional.